good morning by the way, that anything foreign, anything that is present in microorganisms that is not present in a human cell, we collectively call them PAMs, tama ba? And the receptors that we use to identify them are called pattern recognition receptors. It's very important for medicine students to also know what are these pattern recognition receptors. These receptors are supposed to be discussed the biochem way, but since we don't want immunology topic to be that complicated, we'll just discuss the things that you need to know as someone who is studying immunology. So let's not go to the molecular level. Now everybody, I have here examples of pattern recognition receptors which you need to memorize kung ano, they are also related to pathology. So you have to bear with me, you have to take note. So these are receptors, sensors found in the cell that allow the cell to identify that something in front of them is foreign or helps them identify PAMs. Now let's start with toll-like receptors. What are the unique features of your toll-like receptors? Take note, they are used to identify PAMs, that's already understandable. And you have to take note, they are transmembrane. So meaning they are connected with a membrane, they are embedded in a membrane. What membrane? Our very own cell membrane. So can you please check these receptors? These are inserted in the cell membrane. So those are sets of toll-like receptors. Pero di ba, can you recall that when organisms are engulfed, they are enclosed in a phagosome. And phagosome is an example of endosomes. Sama ba? And endosomes are also provided with membranes. And endosomes also have toll-like receptors. So what I want you all to take note, kani sila, they deal with extracellular antigen. Do you agree with me? And the ones found in the endosome deal with what? What? Intracellular organisms. Tama ba? Okay, sige. Everybody, let's go through the list and I want you all to take note of them. Kung ano? Pathology, GenPath. Sige daw, Ben. They exist as single unit. So na ay toll-like receptor 1, na ay toll-like receptor 2. But if there's the presence of a microorganism, especially if the organism contains triacyl lipopeptide, this one will form a complex with 2. Can you see that TLR1, TLR2 heterodimer, and they detect what? Triacyl lipopeptide, which is basically present in gram-positive and mycobacteria. So please take note, kaning heterodimer is used to identify gram-positive bacteria. But in some lecture notes, gina-appeal nila ang gram-negative, but we'll just stick with what is in the official textbook. Ang TLR1R2, they dimerize to detect what? Gram-positive bacteria. Gets na? 1 and 2, gram-positive. Everybody, can you please check this one? If you have two toll-like receptor 2 forming a dimer, then they can actually detect what we call peptidoglycan, which is basically present in the cell wall of what? Bacteria, which is thicker in gram-positive bacteria. So meaning, ang dimerization ng 1 and 2, gram-positive, 2 and 2, gram-positive. Tama ba? So up to this point, we're still dealing with what? Gram-positive bacteria. Take note, this one can also detect zymosan, which is only found in the cell wall of what? Fungi. So please memorize the things that they detect kasi I might ask specific questions on this one. When you have 2 and 6 or 6 and 2, when they form a dimer, they can detect diacyl lipopeptide, which is also present in what group of organism? What? Gram-positive. So therefore, kanitanan, pag i-combine, they all detect what type of organism? Extracellular. What? Answer me. Section A. Section B. Section A din gram-positive. What? Bacteria. Gets that? So we are done with these 3 and they are all functioning to detect extracellular gram-positive bacteria. So let's now deal with gram-negative. Do you know that gram-negative bacteria have a specific component in their cell wall and we call it lipopolysaccharide? And can you please tell me from the picture, what combination of toll-like receptors will detect lipopolysaccharide? Nadira. 2 TL4. Sama ba? So if you have dimers of TLR4, they detect lipopolysaccharide and they will know that the organism in front of them is what? Gram-negative. If you have dimers of 5, they can detect flagellin. So what does it mean? It can detect the presence of any bacterium that has flagella. So meaning if the organism is motile, then it's detected by TLR5. Anong point? 1, 2, 6, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 5, 5. They are all found in the cell membrane and they all deal with what? Extracellular organism. Tama? To which most bacteria are classified. Ang problem na po nato, what if there's a virus that has already been engulfed by the cell. So how will the cell know that the virus, the engulfed material is foreign? We now have the endosomal toll-like receptors. Sige daw, Ben, what toll-like receptor, when they form dimers, will detect if there is double-stranded RNA engulfed by the cell? Nadira? TLR3. Yan na. Single-stranded RNA, TLR7 and 8. Patay, kagad yung tag-memorize. Pero kay-memorize pa ako na to be fair with you. Kay para, dili lang ka nang sige kung feed ng information tos. Kamu lang sige memorize. Dapat kita tanan naga-memorize. Question, usapan na virus ang gina-target nato. Only the what group? RNA. We have not yet dealt with DNA. So the last TLR that I want you to memorize that detects DNA viruses and as well as intracellular bacteria. Kaya di ba bacteria are eukaryotes? They have their own what? DNA. So what deals with intracellular bacteria and DNA viruses? Nadira, dimers of what? TLR9. Sige daw, babe, I will give this class 10 seconds to memorize all of those combinations there. And I want you to answer my question. Kinsa ang pang-gram-neg, kinsa ang motile na bacteria, kinsa ang double-stranded RNA. Sige daw, babe, tanaw na to ha. 10 seconds, 10. Tapos magtawag ko random number ha. Mag-check lang ko. Ay, ang tab ni mo, saan na nabili na battery? Ayan. So, tawagan ako si roll call 80. Ano? Sige. Sige, whatever number I will first see. Okay, sige na, 10 seconds. Ha? Memorize ha? 7 and 8. Sige, saan na 8. Di ba, nag-worry na mo? O, di ba? O, karoon pa na, nag-study yun mo sa EBAS next week. Oh, I have already the Excel file with me of your first lecture in Lab EBAS. So, nana ko, record ninyo. Tapos next week na po. Tapos later, i-provide ko ang updated score nyo sa Lab EBAS kasi di ba namin i-remove na item. So, there's a chance na you might get confused with your score. So, i-share na ko siya sa iLearn later. Kung sa itong updated nyo na score. 14 items na yung Lab EBAS, ha? Sige, are we good? Sige daw, be. We're dealing with an intracellular DNA virus. What to use? Dimers of... Wala na. Si Tanawa, first question pa lang. Wala na. Dimers of what? Kahit number na lang, huwag na kayo mag-TLR. Kaya si balik-balik. Dimers of what? 9 and 9. Tama ba? O how come, what if we're dealing with single-stranded RNA? 7 and 2. Oh, galing. Extracellular motile bacteria. Galing. Extracellular gram-negative. 4. Ayan na, ganun lang mag-answer. Gets na? Okay, sige. So those are our toll-like receptors. Ngayon, what I want everybody to understand, these receptors are found in the membrane. Tama ba? And not all viruses are enclosed in endosome. Some of them can invade the cell. Tama? Some bacteria can also invade the cell. So they are not enclosed in a membrane. So meaning, we need to have another set of pattern recognition receptors that are just simply found floating in the cytoplasm. Tama? Sige. Now, we have the second set of pattern recognition receptor. We call them NOD-like receptor. To be fair with you, kaya ako nag-listen po kung memorize sana, I'll just make you memorize na. Huwag na yung mga nucleotide binary, ayaw na. Ha? Kasi di man yan lumalabas sa PLE. Tama na, alam natin. No, sige na ba? Recognize antigens present in the cytoplasm. Because these receptors are also found where? A, transmembrane, or also found floating in the cytosol. Cytosol. So therefore, they are dealing with what? Invasive bacteria that are not enclosed in a phagosome or endosome. Tama ba? Yes or no? Okay. Doc, what if, Doc, they cannot identify the bacterium? They can just simply settle with whatever products the bacterium is producing. Diba? If you are a bacterium and you're in the cytoplasm, you produce chemicals. These chemicals can be detected by what? NOD-like receptor. Gets na? Some, those that leak from the endosome. So kung nasa endosome pero nag-leak sa gawas, they are best dealt with what? Toll-like or NOD? NOD. O yun na yan. Basta ang point lang is dili siya transmembrane, nag-float sa cytoplasm. Gets na? Uy, tarong ba? Okay. The next group of receptors, RIG1, and then MDA5. Sa mukha, di mapangalan nila. Sige, David. Just simply base your answer here. Na ay nisulot na virus, wala siya sa endosome. So can we use toll-like receptor? No. So the virus is found where? Cytoplasm. So what will deal with them? Sige daw, kung double-stranded RNA nasa cytoplasm. Ano? Ayun na yun siya. What if, single-stranded RNA nasa cytoplasm? Big one. Yun na yung point nun. Just simply get the answer from the picture. And we're so done with this difficult topic and you're now ready to understand this in Gen Pat lecture. Gets na? Sige daw, be. Motile bacteria. Extracellular. 5. Bantayan, hintayin yung NOD5. Ala, TLR5. Alam mo nga. Sige. Can you please identify what cell is this? Neutrophil. And diba, you have already learned from me that this is the first cell that reaches the site of infection. Tama? Can you please tell me what cell is this? This is a band cell. And this is the immature form of your neutrophil. Okay. Everybody listen. That is called a band cell. Tama? Normally, we have 5% of them out of the 100 white blood cells in the blood. And it's okay to have 5 or less than percent of them. If the count goes beyond 10%, then that poses a problem. Kaya nga why do you have too many immature neutrophil in your blood? This is how I lecture this with my students, ha? Mga anak ko sa ila, ha? Kung mag-declare ng war ang China against the Philippines, ipadala ang mga sundalo nato, no? Because of the difference in the population, pahurot ang sundalo nato within 1 hour. So what will our president do? He will ask those who are still in PMA to go to the war. So bisag estudyante pa lang, pasbahimo pa lang sundalo, attend niya na sa war. So what do I mean by that? If the infection is so severe, even the younger forms of neutrophil are already released in the circulation. So if the number goes beyond 10%, then that means what? Severity of infection. Tama ba? And we call that in hematology as shift to the left. Shift to the left, or also called what? Bandemia. And that reflects what? Severity of the infection. And we're so done with the slides that you need to take photos of. The rest, kay naana mo'y copy. Yay! Sige, padayon na ta. Sige, wala na ha. Wala problema na. Everybody, we have already covered the following in the past few discussions. Nag-start as second line, we started with what? Inflammation. Wala yung gawas bisag isa sa cardinal sign, no? Unfair ko sa Evas. Wala din, no? Nakalimot ko while I was making the questions yesterday. Wala siya ni cross sa mind ako. Do you know how I make my exams? I usually sit in front of my computer and without opening any of the file, random lang ko, sa ganito i-highlight ako na wala sa nakitawa. Wala siya ni Agnes, taga natulog, dili na part, magdumot, magud ko, Marami man ako na sa A na yung walang katawang A ani kanyang part. Ang B, wala na katawang ani, dili na po siya tirahon. Ana siya. Wala na pa rin sa cardinal sign. Sige na lang, sa section B na lang tomorrow. Sige na, what's the, pangilan na ba siya? The third immune response that fall under second line. Fever, tama ba? Sige, everyone, why do we develop fever when we have an infection? I usually introduce fever by starting with this slide. I want you to listen, ha? Okay. Bacteria are classified based on their requirements for temperature. Those that prefer high temperature, meaning they can survive in lavas, in the mouth of volcanoes, we call them thermophiles. Those that prefer cold temperature, we call them what? Psychrophiles. Those that can survive in our normal body temperature, which is 37, we call them what? Mesophiles. So can you please make a conclusion out from the picture? Most organisms that infect humans belong to what group in terms of temperature requirement? Mesophiles. Can you please make an observation? The growth of this organism peak at 37. So what does it mean? When they come in contact with human body, they grow best, they multiply rapidly because the best temperature for their growth is what? 37. So I always tell my students in immunology, I want you to imagine, the body knows that these organisms love what? 37. So what will it do? The body will try to increase the temperature. Kaya nga, tanawa, pag tamak of 38, 39, what do you see in the growth curve? Ni baba. So meaning, the fever is actually an immune response and it's there to what? Lower the replication of bacteria. So what I want you to learn at this point, fever is not a disease. It's actually an immune response. So dili valid ang reply na, musay sakit nimo, kalintura. Dili, because kalintura is part of the immune response. Now everyone, I want you to listen to this one, ha? Listen. Di ba you have learned that antigen-presenting cells will present the antigen to naive T cell? Tama ba? And the naive T cell will eventually become T helper cell. Do you agree? And what will happen nga? The role of this T helper, can you see that after the T cell is activated, they are supposed to detach? What is the role of this T helper? It's supposed to look for B cell. Tama ba? Yes or no? Okay. I want you to imagine B cells function to produce antibodies. So, pasabot, during this time, this period, you are expecting antibodies to come. Kaya nga no, na-present naman kay T cell. T cell is already looking for B cell. Mga nakapatay kang kagaw ka. But the problem is, this one has to look for a specific B cell. So, pasabot si T cell, mga na siya sa lymph node, isang B cell na kailangan So, meaning the immune response will be rapid or it will take time? Take time. So, therefore, from the time na nakaon ang kagaw ni antigen-presenting cell, na ay certain period na walay immune response. Kaya nga no, you're waiting for the T cell to find that specific B cell. Tama ba? And do you know that antibodies only appear after 7 days? So, na 1 week na wala kay ginabuhat. So therefore, the body has to look for a way on how to temporarily protect you while waiting for the antibodies. That's why the fever will kick in. Tama ba? And I want you to understand, do you know that after the detachment, di ba mag-detachment na sila, the role of the APC is not yet done. Muna siya, naggipukaw ka, pero nagyapo ko'y buhaton, maglimpyo kong balay. Do you know what the APC will do? It will release 3 chemicals. Sige, can you please name those 3 chemicals? Interleukin 1, interleukin 6, and 2 more necrosis factor. And do you know, these 3 will go to the hypothalamus and will reset our body temperature. That's why we will develop what? Fever. O yun na. So kaya nga naman, 7 days, wala man tayo protection. So mag-fever, sakta. Pinagets na ako. Pero what is wrong with this presentation of mine is that even before detachment, nag-start na ka-release. Okay, what I always tell my students magod before, pag kaliturahon na ka, pasabot, nag-detach na sila. Dili di ay, the fever will kick in even if the macrophage has not yet activated the T cell. So what I want you to learn from this one lang is, fever is because of 3 cytokines released by your macrophages. Gets na? Oh, sige daw be, memorize atong tulo be. Interleukin. Dagan be tag number gina-memorize na. Interleukin 1. Very good. So if you encounter in jetpack, pyrogens. Ano bang pyro? Fire. So which of the following is a pyrogen? So you have to look for any of these 3. Or which is the most potent one? 1. Kasi siya man na nauna. No, interleukin 1. Tama ba? Everybody, tanawa ni ha. Pagkaon ni macrophage, mag-release siya sa interleukin 1. Asa gani padulong? Hypothalamus, which is the temperature center of the body. So that's why there is what? Fever. Kasi na, sa ganing role ng fever, it will not allow the environment in the body to become favorable for the organism. Imuunyag 38, imuunyag 39. Gets na? O yun na, nasabtan na niyo yung fever. Hey. Sige. Wala na, pinata. Sige everybody, nakakaon na ang macrophage ng antigen, mag-release siya mo sa ganito lo no? Numato sa ganito letter H. Tapos meron na, ayun na. Sige, manata to. Ang question karon, how come? Di ba kaniha? Nakakaon ng macrophage, gipresent niya kay T cell na, tama ba? It's supposed to release what? Interleukin 1. Interleukin 6 and 2 more necrosis factor. Tama ba? Question. What made the macrophage release these 3? Anong clue ni macrophage? Mag-release na po interleukin. It's time. Tagan ta mo clue. Ako yung macrophage. Yung sana ako pag-identify na siya ang kagaw. Toll-like. The moment pa lang na-activate si toll-like, na foreign substance. Uno na ako ni foreign ni, na-activate po ng intracellular signaling, mag-release na siya ng interleukin. Ayun na yun. Connected na tanan. nag-gets na ako? Okay. Pero ang question ako karon, how come kung maka-encounter tag allergen, wala yung fever? Nag-gets na ako? O naka-encounter ko dust mite, di ka mapunta sa macrophage. Ala, no? Bitaw, no? Sige, the answer is, tanawa everybody, can you please check this picture? If you will encounter something that you're allergic to, that something will trigger the release of, sige daw, can you please tell me, if you encounter something that you're allergic to, or if you encounter something, if you encounter a parasite, the cells in the affected organ, particularly the epithelial cells, will release, basa lang ganyo. Sige na, basa na yan. Interleukin 25, interleukin 33, and then what? Actually, ano yan siya? Thymocyte stimulating lipoprotein. Ayaw na. TSLP. These are called alarmins. Ano? They will send an alarm to the macrophage. Oy, naka-encounter siyang allergen. Macrophage release interleukin 4. So, connect nyo ba? Alarmins causes the macrophage to release interleukin 4. So, we are not gearing towards follicular T helper. We're gearing towards T helper 2. So, we don't need interleukin 1, interleukin 6, and TNF. That's why we don't develop fever. Alarmins are produced whenever there is exposure to, number 1, allergen. Number 2, asa man ipadulong? Di ba, T helper 2 naman kaya siya. Production of what? Nigawas isa example niya. IgE, and it's the best antibody against. So that's why walay magkalintura kung bitukon. Tama ba? Walay kalintura kung may... Pero Dok, nga nung magkalintura kung malaria? Malaria is a parasite. Do you want an explanation? Ayaw na? Sige. Whatever. Ito yung RBC na, may malaria sa sulod. What is the only food that the malaria will consume? RBC na mag-isundan niya. What is the only thing you can find in the RBC? Hemoglobin. So it will metabolize hemoglobin. Ayun na yung isulat, yung go sa exam. It will actually solidify the heme portion. Masolid yan. Ang tawag doon, hematin. Di ba, the malaria has to liberate itself from the RBC. So pagputok ng RBC, ma-release yung hematin. And hematin will be engulfed by macrophages. And macrophages will release interleukin 1. So magkalintura. Tama? O na ay mga parasitic infection na fever, pero most of them, wala. Anyways, we'll have that next sem. Si Doc Bandala na magleksyon sa inyo. Okay na tayo, walang problema? Okay, sige na, be. Pila gani ka days before mo appear ang antibody? 7. So aside, ang fever ba yan, kaya ginahatagan o paracetamol. Di ba? 7 days, wala yung protection. Sige lang, mo fight back ko, fever. Pero gatagan mo kag paracetamol. Back to 0. Tama ba? So therefore, we need another backup. The one that will provide protection while waiting for the antibodies. That's why we have what we call acute phase reactants. So, ginawa ni Haki. Dyan pat related ni, nabi mo ani na chapter na next week. Or parang ay, humana ganihan maghapon. Nag-inflammation na mo. Sige, minaw ha. Tanaw. Macrophage will release this one, will cause fever. Tama? But you have another route here, huh? The route is going towards the liver. Do you know, the liver will also respond to interleukin 1, grabe yun, interleukin 6, and then what? TNF. And will cause the liver to produce group of proteins. And we collectively call them acute phase reactants. So pasagot, these are temporary antibodies. Quote in quote ha, they are not real antibodies. Temporary lang man while waiting for the true antibodies. Gets na? Sige dabi, these are group of proteins produced by the liver in response to interleukin 1, 6, and TNF. Gets na? Sige, these are the list of acute phase reactants that I want you to take note. Sige dabi, procalcitonin. Do you know that procalcitonin makes the neutrophil and macrophage respond better to cytokines? So that's why it's really needed during A, late stage of infection. B, early stage. Early stage, kasi we still don't have what? Antibody. Tama ba? Sige, next. Serum amyloid A. This one will make the white blood cells react better to chemoattractants. Ang usa ganitong popular na interleukin na maka-attract ng neutrophil na galing kay T helper 17. Interleukin 8. To make neutrophils more sensitive to interleukin 8, you need what? Serum amyloid A. Ano lang point? Musaka sila sa blood while waiting for the antibodies. Gets na? Sige daw, can you please read the next one? Lactoferrin. Sa role ni lactoferrin, can you please read? Transports iron. Ano mo diyan? If bacteria need iron, what do you think will deprive them of iron? Lactoferrin. Ganaan kag iron na, kuhaan ni lactoferrin, mamatay ka sa gutom. Tama ba? Sige daw, tell me daw, how do you think hepcidin will help? Hepcidin will not allow us to absorb iron, further depriving the bacteria of iron. Question. Ngano sa hima, sige daw, pangutano natin mga medtech dili. Chronic infection will lead to iron deficiency anemia. Kung dugay na naka-infection kay mag-iron deficiency ka, kay kung chronic man, sige kasaka ang hepcidin. So therefore, you don't get iron from your diet. You will develop what? Iron deficiency. Anyways, you will have that in your clean path, your favorite subject this sem. Na-meet niya na si Doc JP. Nag-orientation mo, nag-klase naman. Orientation pa lang? Okay. Sige. Sige. Ready? Why do you think alpha-1 antitrypsin belongs to this group? Ano galing role niya? Deneutralize ng elastase. We are on the early stage of infection or acute? Early or late? Early. What white blood cell is in action? And they can be damaging now? So how to neutralize the damage caused by elastase? Alpha-1 antitrypsin. Yun na. Ma-explain na ninyo tanan. Ano kinanglan mo? Saka ni sila tanan. Guess niya ako? Sige dabi, what will deprive bacteria of copper? Ceruloplasmin. What do you think will form fibrin clots, trapping the bacteria and avoiding their spread in the body? Fibrinogen. Ngano mo sakang CRP? CRP is one of those known to oxidize. Question. Nakoy question na. Nakoy sakit. Describe my appetite. Poor or good?
Poor.
So, what do you think will be my nutritional status? Good or bad? So, what are these? These are group of? And proteins are made up of? Hoy, made up of?
Amino acids.
Hala! Sure mo na, uman mo ba yun, Ken? Made up of?
Amino acids.
And you are demanding the liver to produce these proteins, but you're not eating to give the liver amino acid. Tama ba? So what do you think the liver will do? Kasi kagkadima, wala pa kayo kinahatag na parta. Gadiman ka na dapat manaatay chicken curry, kung wala mo ko'y pampalit og chicken. O breakdown of? Pwede, pero akit pa man eh. Pasabot, hindi pa tamabot sa kuya ka lang, i-breakdown na ang masa. Di ba, murag sa chronic ka na siya, no? Sure mo naman mo ba, Ken? Sige, give me a protein that is not shown in the list. Albumin. Albumin is the most abundant protein, no? But it doesn't have any role in providing immune response. Sama? Sumuha ng liver. Adagani mo, wala kay pulos ka no. Tama. So what will the liver do? I-break down si? Para naatay amino reserve to produce procalcitonin. Tama ba? So that's why we have what we call negative acute phase reactants. Meaning those proteins that are sacrificed by the liver to produce the other ones. And the best one is what? Albumin. Gets na? O nga no, gisacrifice po ni liver si transferrin. So ganyan yung role ni transferrin, transport of? O, imagine na, ipalayo na ganin mong iron sa bacteria, naapay naglaag-lag na dalag iron, pwede makawatan ni bacteria. So sabi ni liver, para wala dyan yung iron na bacteria, patyunte ka. Sige daw, for those who finish medtech, what test is this? Sige na lang, wala mo ito bagra ko. Uy, biochem! Sure, ito mo biochem? Letter A. Electrophoresis. In electrophoresis, what is the most abundant protein? Can you please check, ni Sakang alpha-1, alpha-2, kaya naman din yung mga acute phase reactant, sama? Gano'n nagmagbaba ang liver? Ay, ang liver ang albumin. Kasi isa siyang negative acute phase reactant. I-sacrifice siya ni liver. O yun na. Sabot na mo. Bantay ha. Exam na siya next week. Tapos si Doc Bandana na ba ha? You should get ready. Okay. And then the last topic will be on interferon alpha and beta. Doc, skip lagi ni mong natural killer. Mana matana? Kirkan. Ba? But I want you to learn lang, this one belongs to second line. Second line belongs to innate. Tama ba? Okay, let's talk about interferon. Minaw niya, everyone. Can you please check this cell? This cell is infected with. Can you please check the photo? It is currently invaded by a virus. And do you know that this cell will produce a chemical? Can you please check this photo? Gisudan siya ng virus. Na siya giproduce na protein na. Can you see that this protein will go to the next cell and will activate enzymes that will not allow the invasion of that same virus. So what happened? The second cell became immune to the viral infection. Tama? O can you please provide the appropriate verb? When the virus infected the second cell, the infection was intercepted. Napa isa? Interfered. So that's why the chemical is called interferon. So can you please tell me, interferons are produced by blank infected cell, virally infected cell, to induce immunity against blank in other cells. Against what? Viruses. So yun na. And there are two types of interferon. Ay, three types. Alpha, beta. And ganito yung pag-lecture mo sa SPC. Di ba yung alpha is written in this manner? And can you please take note, di ba pag mag-cursive writing tayo ng letter L, ganyan tayo magsulat ng letter L. Tapos tibutan ako, L, saan eh? Because alpha is produced by leukocytes. And then ang beta is produced by fibroblasts. And both of them can provide antiviral resistance. Na isa pa ka-interferon, which I think I have already introduced last week, tapos wala ko i-mention na antiviral property. Isa to, katong ginaproduce ni T helper 1 T delayed interferon gamma. So kani sila, they have antiviral activities. Kani ikatulo wala. Wala kasi kani role ni interferon gamma. It enhances the action of what? Macrophages to kill intracellular organisms. Tama ba? But they do not have something to do with causing what? Viral resistance. So that's why, kinsa ang type 1, kaning duha. Usa si gamma, type 2. And it doesn't have any antiviral property. And we're so done with this chapter. Padulong na ta sa antigen. Wala pa gud ta naka-intro to micro. Makasaban jud ko ani itong padalan. Sige, wait lang. Let me prepare antigens muna. Tama ba? Ayun na.